Fit Fangirl here. You know, I get a lot of questions about tempeh. What is tempeh? What do you do with tempeh? How do you make tempeh? So today I'm going to show you tempeh. Tempeh comes like this. This is the original brand. I always buy non-GMO because it is made from soy. It's nothing like tofu. As soon as I tell people it's made from fermented soybeans, they think tofu. Nothing like tofu. It comes in these blocks, and you can actually see, let me take it out of all this package. You can actually see the whole soybeans, or edamames, in the block. Sometimes you see some black or white marbling, a little color in there. It's normal. People think, oh, it looks like it's going bad. No, that's normal. Tempeh is super high in protein. For instance, I will read you directly from the package. 3-ounce serving, 140 calories and 16 grams of protein. Low in carbohydrates, that's all with only 10 grams of carbs and 7 grams of fiber. So if you're counting those carbs, it's 3 net grams. It's just nutritionally, it's good. It's a great alternative to meat, and you can do a lot with it. So today I'm gonna make meatballs for you out of my tempeh. It's a pretty simple recipe. If you have a food processor, use that. I don't own one, so I'm going to be using my old standby Vitamix. It's a little bit harder with the Vitamix, but I've done it before, so we're gonna attempt it again. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take a tablespoon of flaxseed. I'm gonna combine that with 3 tablespoons of warm water and just set that aside. And that's gonna be our binder because we don't use eggs. This is a vegan recipe. So I'm putting 3 tablespoons of water into 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and just setting that aside. Then the next thing that I'm gonna do is break up my tempeh and add it to the food processor. And so while I'm doing that, I'm gonna tell you some more things you can do with tempeh. You can slice it or cube it and marinate it. It could be baked, it could be fried. You can crumble it into a pan and saute it with some onions and peppers and make like a breakfast hash. Sometimes I do that. You can mix it into things like marinara sauce instead of ground meat. And it doesn't have a strong flavor. It's a little bit nutty flavor to me, but it will pick up whatever the flavor of your marinade or sauce is quite easily. So it's very versatile in that respect. So I'm also going to add, along with my tempeh, I have 2 garlic cloves and 2 shallots. And then I have some vegan Worcester sauce, and there's 2 tablespoons of that. And I'm using 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This is also really important when you're a vegan because it gives you that vitamin B12 that you can only get from animal products and very few non-animal products, and nutritional yeast is one of them. It gives a nice cheesy flavor, especially if I'm making any kind of tomato sauce type of, spaghetti or pasta sauce or whatever. I like to put nutritional yeast in it because that substitutes for the cheese that we don't. Okay, so I've done that. I've processed it all together in my Vitamix. I'm gonna just mix that up a bit. It's pretty smooth. I'm thinking if you did this in a food processor, it would be maybe more chunky, but like I said, I've done it before and it actually works. So now I'm going to add to this 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs, and you can use gluten-free breadcrumbs, regular breadcrumbs, whatever suits your tastes and your needs. And then I have 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley and 1 teaspoon each of basil, oregano, and sea salt. I'm gonna try mixing that up a bit. Maybe I'll just run it on low and then in goes my flaxseed mixed with water. Okay, I've actually taken the mixture and I kind of mushed it around with my hands to make sure it was well spread, well mixed. I have about 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna make balls out of it. Roll them in the breadcrumb. And I am frying them up in my frying pan. over medium-high heat just to brown them. And then I will put them in some marinara sauce and simmer that until my pasta or zucchini pasta or whatever it is I feel like making is ready. I'm using some walnut oil this time. Feel free to use coconut oil or olive oil or any other oil that you like. I enjoy using the walnut oil because it can take really high heat and it's got those good omega fats in it. I like the taste of it. I made about a dozen of my vegan meatballs and I'm just going to plop them into some marinara sauce to simmer, boil some noodles, and we have dinner.